Good day, everyone. I am Nilibeth Tanande from Bachelor of Secondary Education 2A, and in compliance to our subject Science Values Facilitating, instructed by Romelinda Canay, Ma'am Romelinda Canay, I'm going to report about the cognitive and metacognitive factors in learning. So before we proceed to the factors in learning, allow me to define what is cognitive and metacognitive. So first, what is cognition? Okay, cognition is a term referring to the mental processes involved in gaining knowledge and comprehension. This is the first level on which you are going to learn. Ito yung kung saan our brain starts to process any idea to gain knowledge and comprehension. So these processes include ano ba yung mga halimbawa nito in order for us to gain knowledge and comprehension. So unang-una nga dito thinking, kasi when we think, our brain nag-start na nagpo-process. So, knowing, kasi nga, once we want to know something, talagang ang utak natin is napipressure siya para mag-isip. Then, remembering, judging, and problem solving. So, ang pinaka-point nito is talagang yung brain natin nag-start na mag-process in order to gain knowledge and comprehension. So, also, these are higher level functions of the brain and encompasses language, imagination, perception, and planning. So, lahat yun, talagang kinakailangan ng mental processes. Then, what is metacognition? Metacognition comes from the root word meta. Ano ba yung meta? Meaning beyond. So, parang a meaning beyond a meaning. Parang a word. It refers to a higher order thinking which involves active control over a cognitive process engaged in learning. It is an appreciation of what one already knows. So, once we have already know something, so in order to appreciate it, talagang inuunti-unti natin siya, mas pinapalawak pa natin yung kaalaman natin from that specific knowledge. So, parang binobroaden lang natin yung ating knowledge patungkol sa isang bagay na yan. It refers to the learner's understanding and control of their cognitive processes. Sabi dito, thinking about thinking, knowing what we know and what we don't know. So, ito yung talagang iniisip natin. Parang iniisip mo yung bagay na nasa isip mo. Talagang minumuni-muni mo siya. And knowing what we know, talagang parang inaaral pa natin yung mga bagay na natutunan na natin. And what we don't know, yung mga bagay na hindi pa natin alam. So, then, dito na tayo, the factors in learning. Ano ba yung mga factors sa learning? Number 1, nature of the learning process. Sabi dito, the learning of complex subject matter is most effective when it is an intentional process of constructing meaning from information and experience. Successful learners are active, goal-directed, self-regulating, and assume personal responsibility for contributing their own learning. So, dapat ang isang learner ay active and may goals sila and self-regulating. And nag-assume sila ng personal responsibility. Dapat responsible sila to contribute their own learning. Sila mismo, dapat sa kanila mismo mag-start yung interest nila to gain knowledge. So, ito yung nature. Dapat nature na sa isang learner na hungry or thirsty sila for learning. Yan. Sabi dito, intentional daw. Dahil nga, once na intentional yung isang learning, mas madali nilang makonstruct yung meaning nito or from that specific experience. Nagkakaroon sila ng idea patungkol and knowledge patungkol doon. And number 2, goals of the learning process. Sabi dito, the successful learner over time and with support and instructional guidance can create meaningful, coherent representation of knowledge. So, napakahalaga na, sabi dito, with support. May someone na magtuturo sa kanya, mag-i-encourage sa kanya, para mas ma-push pa siyang matuto. And create meaningful, coherent representation of knowledge. So mas interesado at mas mas maganda. Creative yung representation representation of knowledge. Sabi dito, the strategic nature of learning requires students to be goal-directed. So, dapat may goal sila. Yun yung napakahalaga. And number 3, construction of knowledge. The successful learner can link new information with existing knowledge in meaningful ways. So, maraming paraan para malink madagdagan pa yung mga previous knowledge natin. Napakaraming paraan para matutunan yun. So, knowledge, ano ba yung knowledge na widens niya and deepens as students continue to build links between new information and experiences in their existing knowledge base. So, minsan, may mga knowledge na, di ba? Yung every learner, may mga knowledge na sila. But then, sometimes, may knowledge nga sila pero hindi nila nauunawaan. Knowledgeable enough na sila but hindi nila alam or nauunawaan pa ng mas malalim. Kaya sabi dito, construction of knowledge, para mas maunawaan pa nila, kailangan naka-experience, nakakatulong mas maunawaan nila ang isang specific knowledge. Yan. From experiences and their existing knowledge base. And then, next, the nature of these links can take a variety of forms such as adding to, modifying, yan, magdadagdag ka na lang, modifying or reorganizing. Means again, ang uulitin mo yung mga learning and existing knowledge or skill. For example, itong picture na to, educators can assist learners in acquiring and integrating knowledge. From this specific picture, so based sa nakitang picture na ito, ang isang learner, marami siyang maiisip na posibleng meaning ng picture na ito. So, yun nga, pwedeng meaning nito is hunger, poverty, napakarami to gain knowledge. Magkakaroon sila ng idea from this picture. Sila yung mag-think, mag-iisip sila ng meaning ng isang picture na ito in order for them to acquire knowledge. So, napakarami pang ibang paraan. The number 4 is strategic thinking. The successful learner can create and use a repertoire of thinking and reasoning strategies to achieve complex learning goals. So, sabi dito, successful learners use strategic thinking in their approach to learning. So, mga successful learning, gumagamit sila ng mga strategic thinking. Kasi minsan nag-iisip ka lang, but hindi ka strategic. So, parang tama lang na may naisip ka, but then hindi yun yung parang pinaka best way mo to gain knowledge. Reasoning, problem solving, and concept learning. So, in other words, talagang mayroon kang strategic thinking. They also continue to expand their repertoire of strategies and reflect on methods. So, number 5, thinking about thinking. Yan, ito, factors dito siya sa learning. Higher order strategies for selecting and monitoring mental operations facilitate creative and critical thinking. Successful learners can reflect on how they think and learn. So, nagre-reflect kasi doon mo pa malalaman ano ba yung mga natutunan mo na. And habang nagre-reflect ka, marami pang mga additional knowledge. Set reasonable learning or performance goals. Select potentially appropriate learning strategies or methods and monitor their progress toward these goals. So, para makapag-isip pa, thinking about thinking, so, gumagamit din tayo dito ng mga instructional methods that help the students to develop their metacognitive skill para mas ma-develop pa yung mga metacognitive ng isang learner. So, napakaraming instructional method na pwede natin gamitin. Then, number 6, context of learning. Learning is influenced by environmental factors such as, ano ba yung mga environmental factors na yun? First is culture. Ano ba yung culture na yun? Una-una sa ating pamilya. Because sila yung naging una nating environment, sila yung una-una nakaka-apekto sa atin ng learning. Then number 2, technology. So sa ating tahanan, may mga ginagamit tayong gadgets, may mga TV. So nakaka-impluensya ito sa ating learning. Then instructional practices sa school. Paano magturo yung isang teacher, yung isang Teacher Yara. Teacher, paano nakaka-apekto sa atin? Mga ginagamit niyang instructional material. So, napaka big impact niya. So, yun lang.